Imagine making $10,000 in just one single week using a strategy that most traders overlook. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, someone in my trading community did exactly that by following the exact trades I sent out. The secret? A simple and boring ICT strategy that flies under the radar but delivers results. In this video, I will share with you this exact strategy so that you will be then able to use it and finally get that GT3 RS that you've been always dreaming of. And to do that, I'm gonna go over the exact trades I took and also sent in my trading group by using the bar replay mode so that you guys will see the exact thought process behind each and every single one of these trades. The first trade that I will go over will be on odd NZD. And this right here was exactly when I opened the chart on that specific day. It was 8 a.m. and the first thing that I saw on the 4-hour time frame was that this pair was bullish. We can all see that the price was constantly heading higher and higher, breaking structure, moving to the upside. And the most recent high that was broken was this one right here. So the price action was definitely bullish. Because of that, I was keen to look for a bullish opportunity. After that, what I did is I went on the daily to check the daily as well. The daily was looking bullish too. And then I went back on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, what I did next is I wanted to identify my current range. So after I check the market structure out to see whether the price is bullish or bearish, after that, I then look for a valid range. And the valid range that I saw was this one right here. From this higher low to this newly created higher high. Okay, the most recent break was here, so we had this valid bullish range. After that, I asked myself, okay, we do have a break of structure, but is it an aggressive break of structure? Because that is what I'm looking for. If we don't have an aggressive break of structure, I am disconsidering the setup. By aggressive break of structure, I mean a break of structure that leaves imbalance behind. And we can see that a lot of imbalance was left behind here. Okay, we had this huge fair value gap that was left behind. So the answer to my question was yes, we do have an aggressive break of structure. After that, I looked for a unmitigated demand level, which I was able to identify right here, looking very, very good. And we can see that this demand level is in the area of interest. The area of interest in a bullish scenario is the discounted area. Having all these confluences in place, I was then able to place a buy limit right on this demand level. I placed the buy limit, the stop loss was right below it, and then we had 3 targets. The last target was at 3RR, 2RR is around here, okay, and then I sent this trade in my trading group as well. And on that note, you should feel free to join it. It is the first link down below in the video description. Right here it triggered, okay? And we can see that it smashed TP1 and TP2 within the first candle. The second trade that I will go over is on GBP JPY. This right here is when I opened the chart on this exact pair. And first things first, I looked for market structure. And in this case, things were bullish as well. Okay, we can see that the most recent break of structure was this one right here. I then checked the daily time frame as well and saw that for the past couple weeks, the price action was bullish and it was most likely headed towards these gaps right here on the higher time frame. And after that, on the 4-hour, what I had to do next is identify the bullish range. And the bullish range was this one. This was the higher low, okay? And the newly created higher high was right here, all right? And now I then placed the fib level from the higher low to the higher high to have my discounted area in place. And I asked myself, okay, was this an aggressive break of structure? Yes, it was, because imbalance was left behind right here. We have this fair value gap lining up with the area of interest. And if we look closely, we have this unmitigated demand level right here, right on the point of interest. Okay, so this is a very, very good confluence. Because of that, I then was keen to take a setup right here on this level. The stop loss once again right below, and these would be the targets. But now we need to wait for the final confirmation as well and ask ourselves, can this be considered a corrective pullback? And in my opinion, yes, it can. Look at all these wicks. These wicks here tell us that the bullish pressure is still on, which is exactly what we want in a bullish scenario. So because of that, I took this setup and I sent it in my SMC trading group. And now let's play the price and see how it played out. Okay, it triggered right here with the next candle. It went into some drawdown, all right? But then if we play the price, we can see that it went into profit, faced some more drawdown, but then it smashed the second target as well, where once again, most people take their profits out of the market. And the last trade that I will go over will be on NAS 100. Right here is when I opened the chart, and the first thing that I saw was a bearish shift in momentum. What do I mean by that? I saw this aggressive move towards the downside, okay, that broke structure here, broke these levels. And I also saw that we had a liquidity sweep. The liquidity sweep was this move right here towards the upside. This move was essentially a fake out because right afterwards, after price went higher than these levels here, it decided to go in the right direction, okay, and broke structure to the downside. Therefore, we do have a bearish shift in momentum. So after this, after I decided that the price action is bearish, I then looked for the bearish range. And in this case, the bearish range was from this high, okay, to this newly created lower low. The reason I took this wick here and not this one is because I need to see a closure. If we had a closure below it, then I would have modified my low to this one. But in this case, this is the first wick, hence why this will be our low. And then from the high to the low, I took the fib. I placed it and I asked myself, do we have an aggressive break towards the downside? The answer to that was a clear yes, because look at this big imbalance that was left behind, okay? And of course, I was also able to identify this very good looking unmitigated supply level. The reason I call it very good looking is because it was lining up perfectly with the area of interest, with the premium area of this bearish range. And lastly, before I decided to place the setup and send it, I asked myself, okay, how does the pullback look so far? And to do that, it is very simple. I saw these bearish candlesticks here, these wicks, these long wicks, and this showed me that we don't have an aggressive pullback. An aggressive pullback would have been something like this. Price would have gone straight to the upside. That would have been an aggressive pullback. And if I would have seen that, I wouldn't have took this setup, okay? So knowing that the pullback was also playing in our favor, I then decided to place my sell limit, the stop loss right above the high, and then the targets. And of course, I sent this trade in my group, and now we can play the price and see how it played out. Right here, it triggered the entry. So let's move our position. And then it went into profit. It smashed TP1 that was around here. And I think this trade after TP1, it reversed. It was also towards the end of the week. But what I really liked about this trade was the initial sniper reaction. And to be honest, if this trade would have triggered on Tuesday or on Wednesday, I think it might have had the gas in the tank to run all the way towards the final targets. But yeah, these were the trades that I wanted to go over in order to show you guys this strategy. I hope everything made sense. Let me know down below if there's any questions. And on that note, if you want to stay ahead of the game and learn from my mistakes, basically learn the 5 things I wish I knew when I got into trading, make sure to watch the video that will appear on the screen now.